Will Ferrari race an LMP hypercar at Le Mans? Would it be based on this design? We don't know, but you should check this mod anyway. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to romrom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and to It's a Mod world, where every week we test mods for your favorite sims. We live in a world of coincidences. We were on a roll with special cars. You may have seen the other videos about the Galaxian and the Delta Wing, and we said, hey, this Ferrari Piero, this concept, looks fun. How about testing it? The Ferrari Piero concept is based on LMP1 cars and on the thought, what would a Ferrari LMP1 car look like if you would put it in the street, if you would make a hypercar out of it. While we were cutting other videos and this video was waiting its turn in line, the WEC published their new rules and the new concept for LMP1s, which now are gonna be hypercar LMP1s, or they haven't decided how they want to call them. Aston Martin and Toyota have already said that they're gonna take part in 2020, and McLaren and Ferrari are making noises that they may take part there. Imagine how funny we found the coincidence that I just tested a mod for a Ferrari hypercar based on LMPs. So while we don't know if this is gonna be the LMP1 by Ferrari, we don't even know if Ferrari is gonna go into the WEC with a Ferrari hypercar LMP. This design could very well be a basis of what Ferrari will do. Who knows? I don't, you don't. Let's go and check how the mod for the Ferrari Piero T2 LM Stradale is. While the name Stradale for this car means that it's a street car, if you look at the inside, the way you sit and the way this car looks like, it looks very much like a racing car, doesn't it? What happened to my feet? Ow! Ow, 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 ow. I have a line here, a little left over from the design or from the overlap from two different images. Oh, pity. I imagine two people would sit very cozy in here, but there's not enough place here for two real-life legs. I did not choose Ferrari red because that would have been too much of a cliche. Come on, really, like, everyone is choosing red. The motor is at the back, and is there a motor in the motor? No, there is no motor in the motor. The whole car and especially the underbody are very, very, very low. Looking at all the aero parts in the body of this car, it's clear that this car is maximized for downforce. Ooh, and I like the reflections on all of the body. It's a very well done mod with that regard. One hopes that the material at the front, at least with regards to the driver's cell, is as resistant as in a DTM car or a Formula 1, because if not, my legs are gonna disappear very soon. And while the idea of the Ferrari Piero Stradale was to adapt the Le Mans concepts to street cars, I see it completely comparing it to other designs for the new Le Mans WEC hypercar prototypes, that this could very well be a concept for Le Mans 2020. Content Manager tells me that the sound is from La Ferrari, but let's make a comparison and you tell me. I have my own opinion. my opinion, they are definitely similar, but not completely the same. Maybe the basis for the sound was the LaFerrari sound, but some components were left out, so it was edited and tweaked after taking over. I cannot help but thinking that the motor makes very strange sounds when it reaches the limiter, but maybe it does it should be, I don't know. One of the first things that you notice when you sit in the Ferrari Piero is that you sit very low, which goes in line by it being inspired by the design of LMP1s. A big difficulty that I had with this mod was that I was not able to find the limit of the brakes, or I was not able to know where I was getting the brakes into the limit, and I did not know and I did not find out how to brake correctly, so I was flat spotting the tires a lot of the time and not braking correctly. I did not make one clean round in the whole time that I was practicing with this car, but I consider that to be my problem, not a problem of the mod. Just be aware that you may have this problem too if you use this mod. What I definitely can tell you about the brakes is that you have to go very easy on them. You don't want to press the brake pedal too strongly, as you will block the tires and get into flat spotting, and that means that you will have to brake much sooner than you would do normally. You have to relearn the braking points when driving this vehicle. Another issue that I had with the mod is the extremely small turning radius of the vehicle in this mod, which made it difficult to get into some curves even in an easy track as this is. I'm not sure if calibrating your wheel or changing the settings in your wheel will help you turn better, as I think that it's something that the mod has and maybe it inherited it from the design of the car. Otherwise, it's quite easy to drive. It has an enormous traction control, so you won't spin out, and all in all is very stable to drive. There's really nothing special to say about racing. It's not over the top, it's not underwhelming, the AI reacts normally, or what we could call normal, consider it's the Assetto Corsa AI, and racing is as much fun as with any other vehicle. The only point where the AI fumbles is in the first chicane of this track, but that happens with every car. And the laws of physics apply, surprise. The Ferrari Piero is the brainchild and work of love of Marcello Raeli, a car designer, who has gone on record as saying that it's a pity that Ferrari does not race at Le Mans anymore. This mod is also work of love. Nigel, May and Eugen decided that this design should be tested at least within Assetto Corsa and for petrol heads like us, and set themselves up to do a replica within Assetto Corsa. Of course, everything reminds me of an LMP, the sitting position, the interior design, so maybe Ferrari could take this design or a very similar design and make a WEC Hypercar the way that the new regulations for WEC are set up. They have been evaluating getting into the hypercar competition for a while. We'll see how the design looks like if they finish their evaluation in time to compete. I enjoyed it also because it reminds me of LMP cars and I love to drive LMP cars. Let's not waste time and go to the notes. The look. Oh man, this looks really good. No matter what color you take, if you take my gray, the Ferrari red or the Ferrari yellow, the design of course is fantastic, but other than that, the conversion of the design into this mod and the way that it reflects the light and the way that it looks like, really a joy to see. For the look, I give it 5 eyes out of 5. I'm not sure that the sound is the LaFerrari sound, and even if it is, the sound designer took some time to polish it, to create something different. I like the way this car sounds, but the limiter sounds a little bit strange. Anyway, I still give it 5 ears out of 5. The driving feeling, yeah, it feels quite good. There is some force feedback. Granted, the issue with the brakes is my issue, is my fault, is my difficulty to understand how the braking goes with this car. But the turning radius is a strange choice I would not have made, and I don't think that it's a good idea. Therefore, for the driving feeling, I give it 4 wheels out of 5. I enjoyed driving this mod a lot, but I'm not sure how it would fare in a track like Monza or even in Le Mans. It's clearly a mod for people who are experienced enough to deal with this car, but I'm pretty sure that a group of people racing this car would have lots of fun, especially if they are really competitive. If you're not sure about this mod, no worries, we have tons of videos sharing the joy of sim racing, check them out. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, applaud by clicking on like and giving it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell to become part of the RomRom family and to be informed about new videos. And if you already did, thank you very much for that. Until the next time, safe fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium.
Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.